Alright, hello again, deeply rooted family. Alright, so just another thing as I'm walking through, now I'm working on the awesome Kutztown birch beer and root beer stuff that I wish I could drink, but I can't. Just want to talk to you about things like offerings like these. Now, these are left by the family members. This grave is actually, this looks like it's really well taken care of. When you find crystals and things like this in a graveyard, please, 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 I know we're pagans and we like our rocks, never ever take something like that from a graveyard, ever, period. That is the best way to annoy somebody physically or spiritually. Now, if you see a grave, you got some extra crystals, you want to give some offerings, that's fine. Most people don't have an issue with that. Obviously everyone's different, but you know, like this grave right here, this right here, this is what we call a fresh one. Right there, that just got buried over. When you see things like this, leave them alone. I know some people are real tempted to take these things and use them for witchcraft. I wouldn't if I were you. And again, I don't know everything for sure, but I know that it's better to err on the side of caution and to act with respect and gratitude than it is to be grabby. And if spirit offers you something from the graveyard and it looks freely given, that's a different story. You'll know it. Cute little rocks like that say I miss you, don't take those, okay, just so we're sure. There's a couple other really neat things in this graveyard I just want to point out. This is, I'm going to butcher the name of it, I'm sorry, I know how to spell it but I don't know how to say it. This is called a daguerreotype. These used to be really popular back in the Victorian times. There's a couple other time periods in history. I think 1930s was a big one for Italians in New York. And what they are basically is like a picture of somebody to preserve what they look like. They used to be made out of like a tin type sort of thing. Now they're made out of more of like a porcelain. They started porcelain, I think, don't quote me on this one, but I think around the 1940s, if I'm up to my death information. I wanted to point out two graves here that really struck, they called to me, okay? This person who I gave some sprinkles to earlier. Oop. This person, Miss Rose Renee Germain, passed away not that long ago, 2015, doesn't even have a gravestone, has a little marker, so she's going to get more of the soda because, you know, I want someone to do that for me if I was in that state. And then, got a couple more ancestors over here who I gave some offerings to. And then we got this really beautiful one over here. Now I'm going out on a limb here because it came from Florida. This is a child, born the 3rd of December 2013. My own kids were born in 2013 and they almost died. Phoebe and Miranda Frank. They were born about 33 and a half weeks I was when I was pregnant, and they were in the NICU for about a month. This very well could have been my kid. And so this is the grave that I have given the most offerings to so far because this little one never even got to really live. And I can't imagine the pain that the parents are in. So again, I'm respectful distance behind, so I'm not going to mess anything up because there is a paper sort of thing there. And I'm giving this whole thing, doing a kind of a spiral in. And that's just a sign of thanks and remembrance.